beautiful people, what it is and what's going on. It's your guy Still Rank. Let me adjust some things real quick. Like I said, checking out some BDO. Been about a year, over a year since I've been back in. And well, until here recently, the last couple of days. Eating a granola bar, by the way. You gotta feel your morning, right? I wanted to go in here and pause it. I'm like double hearing it throughout the night. You see what is on this. Who cares? No, I'm playing. Pop out chat just in case. Jump in there and chat and get live. I think this is one of those moments where I can practice, just being live, talking to y'all about anything or whatever the case might be. This is something we always used to do back in the day, man. You know what I mean? We'd get on, hop in a party, and just chop it up and play whatever, right? But you can only do that with certain games. It's hard to do that with story games, right? You can't be talking to a group of guys and then you trying to sit and listen to a story and everybody's being loud and all over the place, and it's not very genuine to try to listen to multiple people and play a story. But needless here or there, Black Desert Online, man, one of the most creative games that is out there, one of the most expansive games. I know people like to talk about Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead 2 ain't got nothing on BDO, brother. Red Dead 2, not dead for me. I'm not. I was into the first Red Dead. It was dope, but neither here nor there. Black Desert MMO, bomb ass MMO. One of the best combat systems that exists. And the characters are so varying. But the only negative to it is that you can only be a guy or a female, depending on the classes and whatever that you pick. But before I played BDO originally on PC. And I got my character about like 50, 55, somewhere in there. Or 56, it was somewhere in there. I think I just unlocked the Dark Knight Awakening overall. But then, as I bumped that, I stopped playing and I waited for it to come to console. So I played BDO for a long time on console, got over 1,000 hours in, and I have a Dark Knight, which I can show you. Hey, one of my Dark Knights is my favorite class overall. That's my Dark Knight right there. The baddie. The Dark Knight's an amazing class, man. The combo system. Definitely when you go into PvP, it's a whole new world. You know what I mean? A whole new world. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But man, I just can't explain the combat system of BDO well enough for a lot of people, man. When I say that it's not easy per se, but it is easy to get into if you find the class that you with. That's what needless to say, but yeah, this is my Dark Knight. I got about 1,000 hours over 1,000 hours in her. But BDO, before I last got off, jumped into this thing called Season. See, and I was never familiar with Seasons. I never got into it, never really checked it out. Because I'm the type of guy that you get into a game or whatever, where you can have multiple characters. I'm probably going to have one character. You know what I mean? It's just, you can't split your time so many ways. And if I'm still going to play my other titles, whatever, like I'm still trying to get through Scarlet Nexus currently. So, when we do that, you gotta have one character. You know what I mean? So this will be my second character technically, and this is me coming in over a year later. Feeling like I'm new, but I'm not, because the seasons, the way you level up in seasons and everything is different. So, but I am playing on the Series S. Haven't been able to get Series X yet. Is what it is. I would play on PC, but I'm not gonna do all that grinding and everything all over again on PC. And shout out to the homie Tempest, because he was another reason that I decided to jump back in. Shout out to the Granola Bar. Got that Nature Valley. Shout out. I want to fill your morning, get you a Nature Valley bar. Into your sponsorship here. But anyway, so much love to everybody watching. Even if you end up checking this out afterwards. I'm now live, but even if you end up checking this out later, let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what you think. You like my blue shirt? I think it's awesome, Mandalorian style. But anyway, news here or there. Coming to the season, man. I made a sage. I started off with a Hashishim. And apparently from what I found out, shout out to any video players that might be looking for new information. But I made a Hashishim when I first came back because I was one of the classes I was always interested in playing. Now, funny story is, I saw a video the other day. Well, no, it wasn't even the other day. It was like a few weeks ago of the Sage gameplay, right? And I said, you know what? Because I'm a huge like lightning fan, Steel Rain, or something with the lightning effect that like mixes in with me. But anyway, I just like the effects. I said, yo, if Sage comes to console, I may have to really come back right then because it was looking really dope. So my homeboy, shout out to Shade, hit me up. He was like, yo, that Hashishim is cool and all, but I really think you're gonna like this Sage. And then a bell would like rung in my head, and I was like, yo, the Sage is out? So I had to delete my character, redo it. The only reason I'm bringing that up is if you've been away from the game for a while, you're making a new character for your season or whatever, I guess, then you can basically quick play the story. Like you'll get to a certain part and then you'll talk to a guy, and one of the second options is it's like superior growth or something like that. I might be saying it wrong, but basically you can skip everything and just level up your character, and it'll give you everything that you would have got going through the story, I guess. But since I used it on the Hashishim, I wasn't able to use it this time. So my character is currently level 44, trying to get to 50. Here he is, looking all godly and bald with the black beard. The red and gold. Got a shot the Iron Man. But in the XX Rain family, holla at me, Steel Rain. In my main Steel Rain. You know who I am, you can find me. Anyway, let's move into it. Wanted to get some gameplay here. Show y'all what the game's looking like. Let me see before it goes through. I thought I wrote a post, but I guess I didn't. Pretty sad. It's really saddening to me that I didn't. Who's supposed to know? Other than the random people on. And what random person is supposed to be like, yo, let me look at BDO real quick. This guy's Steel Rain. I'm gonna figure who this is. That's why I didn't share it yet, cause I went to it, and by the way, this is like my first time like streaming from my console in like a while, so excuse me. I may be a little obvious. That's supposed to. Got to the peanut gallery. aka my life. But no, why you say that? Why does it sound? Does it sound like a script? I have to check it. Let you share it out. Everything's working fine. I'm live. Streaming. Yo. I don't know if you need to check me out, bro, but come hang out and test some things. Return after over a year later. My beautiful girls are just one of them. There is my baby. Hold on, baby. Got a minute youngest. Ignored me. On web, going crazy. need some Benadryl? Gotta make sure the little one's good before we really get live, you know what I mean? Well, this is what I mean by live, raw, and uncut, you know what I'm saying? She might be alright, but I know London let her get some of her thing yesterday. The big stuff. This one looks good. Lag. You gotta zoom the camera out. Once you get in the game, you gotta zoom. Like, it's a sin if you're not coming in the game zoom. Got an itchy throat and want to make sure she's gonna be alright. Yeah, man. So I'm the big baby. Okay. I be feeling trash when I'm sick. Man, feel like the world's about to end. Wow. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Is that the typical man's reaction, just to be sick as fuck? Over dramatized. Oh, now we learning the truth. The truth-ises. Take me out, me flash. I mean, I know you like taking care of me. That's why, you know, it's not a huge deal, but kill small gluttons. I mean, what we call them, kill the medium gluttons. Someone else is up there. Use the camera. The camera's not the best. Go with the camera, B-boys. Yo, just holla at me. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know how you feeling today. How was your fourth, man? How y'all feeling? Got some fireworks off last night. And they went kaboom. Nah, it was Look at what I'm doing to these boys. We gotta summon the black spirit. I believe I am playing at 1080p 60 since I'm streaming. I think that's the capability of my current capture card. Definitely invest in either media more than likely. Oh God, I don't even. You see, a lot for me. I can skip through a lot of these missions again. I don't have to pick. I didn't have to do this. Technically I did because I didn't have enough. Like use my free skip already, I guess. A little dark, but it's coming in. Yes, right now I am also going to have. I know the UI kind of looks cluttered a little bit or whatever the case. Mostly only because at this moment, mainly at this moment because I'm learning this class. I definitely wanted to make sure that most of the move list was on the actual screen itself, so I can get that reference. It's actually moved over more to the right and up originally. I feel like I was just a little more in the way. I wanted. Good Google and Moogle it. wanted to get on here and get some fun. Like, I've been playing story mode games. It's hard for me. Talk to them. You know what I mean? Fully involved with the story. I don't know. I might end up changing that. Some of these future games that come out. And I also don't want to be limited by it. You know what I mean? You gotta start off watching the game with me. I play a little further just in my meantime, between time. Again, it's not like we got all the world. But I come in my meantime, between time, get a little further. I feel like I'm not I want that to be. I was just talking about they gave him the punch from the piece. Actually, let's take this webcam darker, right? Webcam got me looking mad. Webcam got me looking mad light skin. Light, bro. Oh, webcam, where we at? Figure video. Right here. Brightness. That's right. That's good. Light skin. I am your light skin. Hopefully I'll able to him. In fact, let me check. I'll bet sound qualities. Be looking. Look like y'all didn't hear me at all right then. Why? So it is a little, the game audio is a little loud. So I'm gonna keep it moving. Black Spirit. Mission foot pumping. Sounds like it's still a little loud. I'm turn it down a little more. I'm all the way up. I'm also not trying to have the mic in my face. I hate when I gaming or streaming like that. That sounds perfect. What I can tell, it sounds. All right, now we got to slay a bunch of shit. Look at that. Just And another one. I am your pusher. Like I'm Zeus. Gotta keep it pushing, baby. They're lightning bolts. That's now with this action. Good, so like over here, turn this bounty in. Gotta turn this bounty in. Alright. Get up out of this weird ass cave. There ain't nothing in here. Gotta return to Greco Gordon and kept crazy. Like, they're really trying to make me force me to play. It's like my third time, probably. One other character that I've made, Patty. Hopefully, the quality is at least still looking a little solid for you. But I can tell. Definitely excited about that. But man, if you're still here, hit that like button, sub, share it out. Tell me what you into. Yo, if you're trying to grind it out with me, let me know. Hit me up. Let's tell you, I can only really get in on the action in the evening and on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? One of these, I might have to come back and give you some of that DK action, that good old Dark Knight action. Dark Knight and the PvP. That's like riding a bike, right? Dark Knight for me is like riding a bike. I literally, or muscle memory, I literally can remember how to play. I would just have to fight other people to get reacclimated and to adjust and start, you know, really get back used to it. That's all like glue and iron. I actually used to compliment it a lot on my place. The other thing too, like on console, I know because a lot of people are kind of turned off by the whole PC thing, but on PC, because you have mouse and keyboard, you have more flexibility. On console, I play with max sensitivity in a lot of games anyway, so playing max sensitivity on here works, especially in PvP, because you're able to swing your camera around, really get into the action, really get your moves pumping, get your iframes working. The DK got hella high frames, you know what I mean? So get a lot of things working. As long as you go with the movement, you can do a lot of different. That's with a lot of the classes, right? Shout out to the people that's in here. If you checking in, checking me out, actually need to pop a buff. Pop a buff. Hit me in. One shot. The Black Spirit, baby. Black Spirit talking about. I get something. Catching the bodies. Mainly, my main goal right now is just leveling up. Trying to blow through the story. Really don't. This makes it a long, drawn-out process, especially if you've been through it before. Definitely be drawn out. I mean, it's definitely cool if you're a newer player, want to experience the story or whatever the case. Yeah, it actually has a decent amount of story in it if you're willing to, you know, read and whatnot. It's not like none of it's voiced. I mean, that's not like necessarily a bad thing either, but it just depends on what you're into. Essentially, you got a black spirit, this black energy that is connected with you, and without it, you're gonna die. You are some ancient warrior, right? We're chosen more so. Gotta learn how to attain the dark side. I like to be funny, you know, like that, because this is necessarily what it is. But also, you know, you got to be real with yourself. And these are the type of games, play the story that one time, you might forget what the story is after that. Still trying to learn my combo flows. I'm really just trying to get the Awakening because I've seen Awakening different. And the Awakening. You know, this ain't bad. I ain't been hating it. I also haven't been putting in my skill point. I like to pull up a little document to get that right. Last thing is to grind it and not know what you need to be grinding toward. You know what I mean? You need to put it in the right place. Definitely one of those. You want to be as efficient as possible in your class. That skill and everything that comes. Yeah, because everything else is just skill and technique at that point. Learning the different characters. Really learning your characters, knockdowns, stuns, things like that. This is like a over-the-top fighting game, huh? No other MMO that got this kind of combat. That's the thing about it, man. Like after this, videos kind of has set like the standard. Sometimes I get getting so into it, man. I forget. Those get throwing hands on guard. Giants ain't nothing for me, baby. Feel my wrath. Zeus ain't got nothing on me. Giant brawler, what up? Thought you had it. Send down the heaven. I'll be trying to see how far that fit. Also, why I'm not probably regenerating health. Other than that, I mean, I got a fairy too. From my last character. Not like you can't heal. This is like, you know what? Honestly, this is like over the top Diablo. When I think about it, you know what I mean? Like the overall style and how enemies approach. You go in the dungeon, leveling up your weapon. It really is. What if Diablo put out a game? Bringing together combat. Enemies, man. Let's go. Better get that combo right, man. I do. Beat 100 of them things. Basketball Jones. Ooh, stuff. We gotta get into it. Black Spirit. Oh, Yahaku. Yahaku. You gotta fight the giant chief, Yahaku. Get him out of here. Auto run, hit that left stick. On our way, baby. Yeah, man, I was just still trying to get acclimated, man. Still trying to get acclimated, bro. That's all it is. I tell you, this game, the co-op experience in this game is amazing too. Let nobody try to tell you different. It really is. Co-op experience is outstanding. And again, much love to everybody. Everybody that's tuning in, watching this, hit that like button, sub. Tell me how much you hate, man. Nah, I'm playing. But yeah, man, that like button, sub. I'm gonna eat another granola bar early in the morning. Got protein in. No, actually debating. Playing some music in the background. Well, I did this because I feel like the people would enjoy it, you know what I mean? Running trees and shit. He was annoying, but he ain't got nothing on me. I'm gonna have to get in the dojo to really get nice. That's a fact. Oh. Yeah, man. Here testing some things out. Making sure things are running smooth. I'm gonna set up. Got one screen here, got my big TV here. Trying to make sure everything's blending together, man. Y'all let me know if y'all feeling the layout. Liking the way things looking. Am I coming in clear? You know what I mean? Let me know, talk to me. Talk about it. Yo, who remembers WinNap? That's funny. WinNap was that fire. There was at one point where I thought WinZip and WinNap were similar to each other. People gotta chill out with these console wars. Got the little kids shooting at people. Not good, man. Nobody gotta be careful. That's hilarious.
Possibly here to see some gemstones.
No, I really wish I could end this whole story mode thing.
How would you evaluate the black
Price you live. Price you gotta take when thought you were gonna play one class and you weren't. Huh. That's the mason jars out there. Man, everything is running smooth. I like it a lot. Gameplay's gonna come in smooth, look like a crisp 60. That's just looking good. I'm not gonna be able to get in any angles. Switching up the angles. Now I'm in a row with illuminated angels. Goddamn, he ain't even got a scale. Used to flip apps, not an old plug merc. And the damn thing changed. You can still get to work. Shot of drip. 3 grew 241. Use the DK.
Always leans towards the people.
I like to say the fact that hasn't changed.
The good deeds of Sister
The textures loading in on their faces. It doesn't do that on people. It would have all been loaded in by now. Creepy, right? Creepy. There are some flaws. This game definitely has quite a ways to go. Especially considered, I don't think this is as a series patch yet. I think it's just raw hardware potential, whatever the case might be. Even though it is running a lot smoother than it was on the Xbox. You didn't want to do what? Good. As long as you're not screaming, then you'll be all right. You ain't gonna disturb me. As long as you ain't hollering at the top of your mouth.
Calpheon will prosper until the end of time.
Skip all this stuff, man. Need to get to the next mission, bro.
The perpetual history of Calpheon is...
You can talk all day.
It is due to Lord Ilion's guidance that Calpheon has become so grand. The commandments of Khalees are social and moral guidelines we shall abide by. Only the fit shall rule the world.
Caelus Parliament is on the road to truth. This is something that everyone should know about. The goods sold by the Jean Merchant Guild have no place in the hearts of true patriots. Whoever it was
Yeah, girl, you ain't doing nothing to me.
such false claims against the Encarosha family will be found and properly punished. Caelus Parliament is on the road to truth. This is something that
They don't want the truth. Nobody wants the truth, right?
The perpetual history of Calpheon is unmatched by the uncivilized history of Valencia. It is due to Lord Ilion's guidance that Calpheon has become so grand.
Esteemed councillors, that which I hold in my hand is a certificate of acquisition regarding the Golden Toad Inn. Whoever it was that made such false...
That's item drop rate. Using them hoes for like doing something.
Hey, rookie. So nice to see a friendly face. How are you liking?
Yeah, it doesn't do it in all scenes, man. Other thing I needed to need to make sure is that the game was running on the internal external.
This is Calpheon, the city of power. We shall remember what happened.
worth more than 1,000 words. Like my sister, I will keep persuading the Parliament for the people.
Nobody cares, lady. Got your textures. Got those textures back. For a game that came out in 2014, though, you gotta admit this game still.
My loyalty always leans towards the people.
Game's come a long way since. Long way, boy. It had a whole Destiny here, basically. Kind of situation happened to it. Basically remastered Destiny.
Lady Isabel. She told me that she had something to say to you. Hey, rookie. So nice to see your friendly face. How are you liking Calpheon?
On to a more random point. Those burritos that you can buy from Walmart, breakfast burritos, they're not that great.
The Jean Merchant Guild will keep.
I don't know if it's because I put them in the microwave or what, but they're not that great. I just want y'all to know that. Make your own burritos.
We started our journey from the scanty town of Heidel and have come a long
Need to keep
way.
There's so many, and there's the other thing is too that they've added other different things. It doesn't. From what I've noticed, it never ever does anything major to the story though. You always get the same outcome regardless, even what you get out of the story. Alright, so let's check this out. The most difficult part of BDO, a lot of people do not like, is the enhancement system. Guess what? Because we're playing in the season, we got season-specific stuff to level up, and it's not as punishing. Stop that. I always like to skip the animations. I don't care about the animations because we just tap Y until it denies us. But you see how the enchantment went down to 70%. So now I have a 70% chance to win from 100%. That's what you deal with in the actual game, except it's more punishable, especially when you get boss gear and whatnot. Fail. Don't keep tapping that. Got no. Okay, plus 10 off the strength. Like it. Like a lot. But you see how much it took. I failed twice, and it took what is that? 4 durability. So two pieces of durability every time out of 100 versus 5 every time on regular gear. And then on regular gear though, you can use other similar gear to kind of make up the durability, so you don't have to spend as much money on it. And there's ways to get around it. So, but it's all the seasonal stuff is different. They make it less punishing. I guess to entice into it. Makes sense. Because the other thing about the seasonal thing, it's not like you play the character for the season or whatever and it goes away. So essentially what it is, you put your character in the season, and then after the season's over, it gets put in the actual game. But they put you in a place that is much further than where you would probably be if you just played the game by yourself trying to learn it. This whole onboarding process is kind of been a little simpler. A lot simpler, especially if I was able to use that boost from being able to skip the whole story and just leveling it up. 50. They've been handing out inventory space. Wasn't like that before. Like, Inventory. Not easy. Gift to Calpheon. Hit that mission. Start button, hit adventure, you go to quest. Might be difficult for some people. That's the other thing too, man. BDO can be kind of convoluted sometimes, not know exactly what you need to be doing, where you need to be going. They changed the UI up so many times. Oh my God. My name is Jeef. Damn, girl, did you eat breakfast? Hey, look at them! Look at them textures popping in. Yeah. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Are you gonna say it?
The good deeds of Sister Norma.
And would you really do that for a Klondike? Ah, that doesn't make me feel that special. Oh, okay. Just cause? Just off the strength?
You can decline my offer if you like.
Just cause you're the dad, you know? Because you're feeling swifty? I'm swifty. Honestly. On a stride. We gotta meet Annalisa Rosie at the Calpheon Holy College Library. Like it's great.
Hold on. I'm on a really important part.
Person.
Adventure?
Only the main quest. Quest and the quest. The mains.
Still and two.
Pick from Aqualand.
Three.
I mean, sure. Could I power level my character to 50, whatever, or in whatever level, and go from there? Yeah, but you get so much stuff from the main quest line. Like it makes it worth it to what it is. I mean, again, if it's your first time doing it though, it's a lot to do. Like a lot of story content. But ask me if I care about the story today. No. I wouldn't be able to write a 3-page essay on it. You just gotta be slightly impressed by the amount of shit that's going. I'm getting a bunch of Blackstone. Now they're wanting you to level up your gear. That's basically what it's saying. Level up your gear, try some stuff out, tap it, how far you can get it. Me, I've been doing pretty well with the mobs I've been going against so far, so it hasn't been too. Calpheon. Calpheon. Yeah, Calpheon City, so Calpheon. Ah! PlayStation Now July titles. It did too. So November. Neo moving out. God of War, Judgment. I think Games Tokyo. Heard about that. Neo 2 and Judgment are cool, but like other than that, like I can play that right now. I'm just saying.
Catfish men who want peace to become citizens of Calpheon.
Just making an observation.
There are no highs and lows on the military power.
I am happy. I'm happy they're branching out, doing their thing. That's what's up. That's what's up. Not the same. Aren't games that I'm sitting playing. One of those games of PvP, except for Red Dead Redemption, and that's trash. Just for me personally, trash. Just I don't know. It's just GTA, and I'd rather be playing GTA. I'm not a cowboy, baby. You know what I mean? How the story goes, how the song goes. Not that. There you're right. Cat feed. Somewhat of a little grindy grind. Just for the funsies. Where are the enemies? I'm over it. Let's see. Check out the adventure map. I'm supposed to go to talk to the guy anyway. Gotta cut across the woods sometime. I'll take the beat. Travel off the beat. Still wants me to just clean up Lake Kaya. There's these. Be over. Where I go? For what? Who? Your laughs. What is your waffs? You're not even saying waffles. Waffles. Like a waff. I can tell. I could definitely tell. Jealousy in the air tonight, and I could tell. Free with it. Damn it. Walking over. Pretty baby. A little. Horse. Horse. Around that. Right in the wall. Keeps me up in the wall. I can't do it. Like I'm gonna go over here, get involved in something. Probably should. They actually marked. That's funny. Actually marked the big fish. That's pretty awesome though, because they do damn sure attack you if you get in the water. You get marked them as. Damn, motherfucker. He's on fire in the kitchen. Alright, so. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. What are you playing? What? Yeah, what about the Gruffalo? What about it? Gruffalo. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Have you ever had a feeling there's a what happened? Oh, hair. Yeah, I did it pretty on point. Get that good little twirl on it. Yes.
planning to go to Lake Kaya? We'll invest
Is it rabbit season? Or is it ducks? Should I fire? Objective accomplished. You are now a hooker.
Are you planning to go to Lake Kaya? We'll invest in this node.
Last Emperor was going on, man. Excellent to see you here, my guy. Getting some grinding in, man. Well, really just trying to push through this. So I can get to what I really need to be doing, which is grinding. Grinding. Like how the song goes. Yeah, man. Chilling. Feeling like a villain on penicillin, who's always willing to get some killing. Get out to the jar of water. Jar gives you life. I'm not talking about Jar Jar Binks. Apparently there's somebody here that's not there. Here he is. Yo. We gotta defeat the boss of the Codfishman. Game looks dope. Yeah, man, it's BDO, man. One of the most expansive games that is out there, bro. To be completely honest. Do everything in this game. You wanna be a cook? You can cook. You wanna gather meat? You can do that. You wanna whip up some coke? You can do that. You wanna gather horses? You can do that. You can be the man. You can be whoever you want to be in this world. Or if you just want to be a world-renowned killer, you can do that too. Just know that you may be punished for that. Yeah, man. Nah, man. The combat in this game is unrivaled. There's not very many, if any, games that kind of hold a candle to the combat. It's like what do you expect from a game that was developed in Korea, man? This is what they do. They pride themselves in making games with good combat. Knock me down. That. Have I played DC online? Yeah, man. DCUO was dope. DCUO was definitely dope. But see, that was kind of different. I mean, it was different, but kind of the same. The combat in this is more expansive in the way of just kind of more so like the art style and the combat style, whereas it's like in DC, you're just stringing powers together, where you're stringing your different abilities together, whereas this is like you're stringing your abilities together, but you have to have some kind of fluidity to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, DCUO is dope. Being able to fly around and everything. I played DCUO for a good minute too, but I had a good time. I just got tired of having to pay monthly for it, and then also, you get to the end of it or whatever, and there's not much else to do other than sit there and PvP people all day, and that's cool, but it gets kind of played out after a while. It was kind of around the time when I was playing it. I know there's so much to it now, but I'd rather play this, right? Well, at this point, I want to see them take DCUO on to the next level. DC, what is it? United Online, or DC Universe Online? My fault. I want to take that to the next level. I'm at 94. Let me go see it. 512 combat points. Thoughts on Phantasy Star 2? Phantasy Star 2 is dope, man, but where Phantasy Star lacks from me is, well, like, for example, New Genesis is dope. I like what they did. The art style of it is great. The way you can traverse the world now is super dope. Being able to float anywhere, basically. Combat has been kind of, I wouldn't say has changed, but it's been iterated on, so it's definitely better. You can tell that it's better. Like, I'm a gunner, for example, now, and I was always more so I never thought I'd do that. I'm a braver hunter in the original Fantasy Star, but what kills me for Fantasy Star is that there's no PvP at the end. Like even in the OG Fantasy Star, yeah, there's PV. Like you can say that there's PvP, but it's not like you're grinding for anything that's going to attribute to helping you in the PvP. You know what I mean? I mean, even then, it's like just like the way that they go about it. I don't like the fact that they give you different weapons to start off with. That you're just not like more so your character using your abilities and just trying to fight people within the PvP world. And that's what BDO has on a lot of them, is that not only are you getting the expansive combat system throughout the entire PvE experience, but you also carry it over into the PvP experience, and you have to keep both in mind if that's something that you want to go for. Now, you can do straight PvE in this, but the fact that I have the option to go into a battle arena and battle random people within this, you know, this closed off space is a dope thing too, because you get the practice or whatever. But as far as like just the PvE aspect, this is more, to me, this more enticing because I'm grinding just to get my levels higher, I guess, you know, per se. Whereas in Phantasy Star, just depending on what you're searching for, you're grinding for certain weapons. You know what I mean? And it's kind of the same thing in here because you're trying to get boss weapons, and then you do the same thing in Phantasy Star. You got to get boss weapons, but the combat system in this is more attractive to me than it is in Phantasy Star. And in Phantasy Star, it doesn't carry over into anything. You know what I mean? It's not like you get this awesome gear and you can, because the other thing that's crazy too is I don't understand how in Phantasy Star you can't like at least have friendly competition with your friends. Like, yeah, you can say, oh, I'm doing X amount of damage or whatever the case might be, but I don't remember if it was ever broke down like that. But that's the only thing that gives you a reason to continue to play Phantasy Star. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. If Phantasy Star is cool, it's definitely, especially when you get a group of people. Yeah, it's definitely, you can definitely have a good time with it. But I don't think I've never allowed myself, I'm not even gonna say allowed myself, because like even another thing that turns me off about New Genesis right now is that you're still calling it Phantasy Star Online 2, but the level cap is like 90 or 100 on Phantasy Star Online 2, and you capped it to 20 in New Genesis. Like, give me the 100 levels. Let me grind out. You know what I mean? Maybe all the weapons may not be there, but at least let me grind out the experience or whatever the case might be. Give me a reason to want to be invested in this world. And again, I'm the type of player that's like, once I find my class or how I want to play, I'm not going to typically further myself away from that. Because, you know, all time being considered and everything else, there's only so many characters I'd be able to dedicate my time to. The same thing I did in Destiny. I've been playing with a Titan since Destiny 1, you know what I mean? I don't play other classes like that. Unless I really just got a wild hair and was like, oh, let me do this real quick. It typically doesn't go like that. All good games, all good MMOs per se. You know what I mean? It just depends on what you're looking for out of them. My MMOs, I like them to be a little more intrinsic, I guess. And this game is so much more than combat too. That's the other thing. I mean, that's what I enjoy about it. But there's like a whole lifestyle section of this game that people take very seriously. They'll get on here and really gather. They'll get on here and cook all day, you know what I mean? And that's their grind. That's what people enjoy doing. There's people who feed the market that way. I mean, and then you also have your whales that kind of support the game. So one of those things, like, you don't ever have to worry about content. Like, I don't know about now. Again, I've been away from the game for a year or so. I don't know about now, but content has never been a real issue for this game. It's more so getting new players to jump in or more people that are willing to be invested in it, just because the onboarding for it is so daunting. You know what I mean? Yeah, PS. I mean, the original Fantasy Star Online 2 is expansive. Like it has, because it has everything there, and you're talking about almost a decade worth of, or more than a decade worth of content that's in that game. But New Genesis, which is the better looking version, like playing New Genesis, I couldn't go back to the regular one. Like I didn't even want to carry over because you have the option to carry over gear from the first one into the second one. I didn't even want to do that, like because doesn't look the same. Yeah, it comes into the world and looks a little better, but it doesn't look anywhere as good as the New Genesis stuff. But yeah, I'm just give the new God, I can't talk. I would just give Fantasy Star some space for now. Let it do its thing. It's crazy because the other thing too is the world we live in now is you either, especially the kind of gamer I am, you're either gonna grab my attention or you're not. Fantasy Star had that moment to, like, it's cool. Like I was having a good time with it. I get on there with my brother, because he loves it. You know, we can get on there and have a good time, but it's not as enthralling as it could be, I guess, for me personally. And I love anime style games. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things where it's another one of those games where you want to dedicate time to. It's just depending on what you want to dedicate time to, right? At the end of the day, what are you gonna play? What's more worth it? That's how I look at it. What's more worth playing? Fantasy Star or playing Black Desert? Black Desert. Like, yeah, I can say that for any MMO. That's like I was thinking about playing Final Fantasy 14 again or trying to get into that, but it's like, do I want to play Final Fantasy 14 or do I want to play Black Desert? Black Desert. Like if like that's the choice if I was going to pick one. Along with playing whatever other game that I want to play, playing Master Chief Collection, getting back into Halo, or finishing whatever other game that I'm playing at the moment. Probably Nexus War.
We own this area.
Everybody has their own definition of it.
Ogres don't scare us.
They got time for it.
Remember, Shaw, that we
Crazy to me is people be feeling like they're so, like you have to do a certain thing to please a certain crowd of people. I never get that. Most excited indie game this month between Death's Door, Crisis Tale, and The Ascent. The Ascent is the one that I'm most hyped for, honestly. Isometric game, top down, Diablo style, but it's a shooter. I'm definitely excited for that. Co-op play. Again, it looks like it's going to be a good time. Out of all of them, Death's Door looks dope. Definitely is one of my more acclaimed indie games that I've seen, especially coming out of Devolver. That was really dope. I like what they brought to the table, but again, am I going to get into it? Kind of depends. Like I could play The Ascent. I mean, that's one of those games where you can hop in and out with a buddy or two, and really, get to it, grind out some levels or whatever the case might be. Again, it doesn't come across as a game that's like super grindy or whatever, but at the same time, with Diablo-esque games, it can vary. Even that game has a stopping point. You know what I mean? That's a game that you could easily pick up real quick and play. Yeah, bro. The Ascent being made by 12 people. I'm pretty sure they probably got more hands on that now, since they found out that they really dive in deeper. But again, if a 12 people team, yeah, the game looks amazing, man. They can't talk. They did a lot. Attention to detail, giving you that cyberpunk world, almost better from what I can tell, better than Cyberpunk actually. I don't think Cyberpunk was bad either. Actually had a good time with Cyberpunk. Can't complain when you get one of the best endings in the game and you're playing the game like genuinely. I wasn't trying to do anything. I was just let the story carry me wherever it wanted to carry me. This end definitely gonna be well worth it. Out of all the games, indie wise, I think this Scent's probably gonna be the most worth it. Messed up. Not strong enough. XP. Giving me nothing. The XP 30%. It's not that low XP for. I'm getting 530% plus. Right. Plus, I'm not grinding at max efficiency, not using my combat skills. I don't leave them all gathered up. I haven't had a need to invest yet. Crazy. Catfish. Took some catfish, baby. Yeah, I can teleport during that shit. No XP. Pretty excited for Crisis Tales. Oh. If I'm thinking about the game right, Crisis Tales, I don't know if I remember it. I remember that. It was good about having the setup, is I can actually... The Crisis? Okay. I feel you. I feel you. So you feeling that Crisis Tale. Let's see what you're doing. Not quite my style, but you know, nothing wrong with it. I do like that, like what they were bringing into it with the doing past, present, and future simultaneously, depending on what you do within the world and your attacks and everything. I do like the concept of that. I'm just not a turn-based fan anymore. I like to completely get the feel of my combat these days. Not to say that it's trash or anything like that. It's au contraire. But right.
We own this area. Ogres don't scare us.
Oh. Said he retracted some of his messages. No, I can definitely understand some hype for Crisis Tale. It's not gonna be a game that I pick up. I can see myself spending some time in. Started coming up with a spirit detective Yakuza style type game last night. Probably pitching in like a year, just ironing it out. Got the backstory, main story all down. Okay, Emperor, I see you. So what? You come up with? Is that just something that you do in your spare time, or you trying to design your game for the first time? What's going on? You got something creative going on, man. Man said he's over here trying to pitch a Yakuza style game. Spirit detective. What is it? Yu Yu Hakusho? So basically what you're doing is you're going to take Yu Yu Hakusho, making it a Yakuza style game. That's what you're going to do. You're going to have Urameshi as your main character. Except you might call him Uru Meshi or something like that. Oh, man. I'm just saying. You can't say you stole his name at that point. I don't know who that is. He said, I just got the idea last night. I'm the new Kojima. I hear you, dog. You could be. All you need to do is send some babies in the mail in a tube through FedEx or something. You'd definitely be the new Kojima. Isn't that what Death Stranding is? Apparently that's what you do with Death Stranding. Take babies in incubators and deliver them like you're the UPS man. Yeah, like you're the stork. Probably worse. Oh, shit. I definitely need to break some of this, get some of my moolah. Change from currency. I got some bars. Breakdown. Storage here? No. Armor vendor. What kind of armor you selling?
No stabbing, Kuru.
Okay, Dobot armor. I can wear it yet. All right. Okay. There, that's what. 72 grand worth in damages. No fun in fighting. Back in there. My swimwear, baby. Oh, okay. I got some stones to blow. Getting it in. All right. Let's. He said a way darker Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's what I'm saying. Trying to take it to the next level. I'm on a level. He says it's gonna be darker than that. As long as it's over 70%, I'm tapping. Over 60%, tapping. Tapping. Tap. 50%, I'm tapping. $45. The story missions. That's what happens when you do the story missions. He evolves. Yeah, it only takes a few. Yeah, it takes a few missions. How much? 85. Oh no, got 29 armors. I got this at right now, duo. Let's leave that at duo. I'm gonna do a different piece. Well, actually, let's see. Can we do a weapon? Let's do the Naru Kaiv. Apparently, I gotta level these up anyway, so I can get them to pen and then trade them in. Never real easy to get the pen. I was tapping them shits to pen on the Hashashin like it was nothing. Look at that consistency, pride. Okay, duo. Okay, leave it at that. Work on this other one. Bring that back up. Always good when you get your damage up. And here, give the gloves some work. Loving. And basically, if y'all don't know how this breaks down, 100% means you're always going to pass. You can do that first six times, I believe. 1, 2, 3. Okay, on this, in the regular game, I believe, like on the regular servers, it's 7 times you get free. It's either 6 or 7 times that you get free to tap. On this gear, it seems to be only 5. Again, it only takes 2 durability away, whereas on the regular gear, it does 5 to 10, I think, depending on what level you're tapping into. And I'm jaded in the fact that it's at 70% and I'm just tapping away. But like in the regular game, 70% is like 100% damn near. You know what I mean? Even if it fails, you're like, fuck it, it's at 70%. It should pass. It can get all the way down to like 40% on some of the stuff. And you're like, oh man, it's going to pass. Guaranteed. You know what I mean? Because you get to a certain point where there's like a place of no return where you'll get like Pry or Duo gear. And you'll be playing the line of your gear going up and down in level. So it becomes a lot more costly and it can affect your durability more, especially with boss gear, because you have to use memory fragments to bring the durability back up. And the memory fragments only do one out of 100 armor repairs. So you have to get these things called artisan memories that give you like 5 that you pair with the memory fragments. I think they give you, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It's either 2 or 5 additional durability added on with your memory fragments. So, like, let's say if you got a completely broken weapon and you took out 100 durability and you only have 100 durability. If you have to use 100 memory frags, which is like 100 million within the game, which you can get in the grind session, but could also take you a minute, versus you using, instead of 100 million, maybe using half that or 30 to repair your gear, and that can make a huge difference, especially if you're playing that line of upgrading or not upgrading and stuff. Tap one more time to 10. That'll work. Boom, real quick. Like we got some decent little upgrades. At least for this gear, we went from spending about 80 to 116, almost a 40 power level boost. Actually, it's coming from me having an understanding of how the game works. Definitely good gains right there. We'll push forward. Actually, didn't want to do it midstream, even though I could. I'm actually gonna start putting adding points in, but I may or may not. I might just keep it like the way that it is right now. I'm also going to look at some pre-awakening PvE combos so I can have the right idea for how I should be. Got messages. Gotta get lumber. Get some lumber from the. Oh, lag. Oh. Had to be server lag. Got stuck. One hit KO. Fucking. Not near enough enemy. Quick.
The best timber is in Trent. Any objections?
Ain't got no objections, girl. Rain? Oh, about to rain. It's been raining like every day here, man. What's going on? Low rider. Damn it. Long was looking forward to some good game time, man. But unfortunately, he would not be able to. No, it's just the way. It's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. Also, somebody post something that was important. Maybe not. Maybe I was just imagining things. Got some pretty bomb movies coming. What else we got going in here? Nothing. Whole lot of them. Shout out to everybody finishing Mass Effect. Definitely a good series, excellent series. I'm gonna play through it my first time here recently myself. Start to finish. Couldn't put it down. You seen Dread? Like the movie Dread? What you talking about, Emperor? You talking about the movie Dread? Never saw. I don't think if you're talking about the movie Dread, I don't think I've seen the movie Dread. I had no interest in watching it either. Is it good? Like Judge Dredd? Is that who we're talking about? Yeah, Judge Dredd. I never got into it, man. Honestly, I always skip over it for some.
Hold on, I'm in a really important.
Never had all the curiosity in the world to check it out and see what it was really about. My wife is sending me things on TikTok. I don't even have a TikTok.
Let's have another go.
Send me
Hold on to your
video.
sword gently, and one.
I'm gonna watch it live on stream.
Strongly, but holding on to the line still.
Oh yeah!
Move softly, and 3.
Oh, it's the guy throwing the captain where he make the rubber Captain America shield. Yeah, I seen. That was dope. He was throwing it off the wall and everything. You think I like Dread? You think it had some good action in it? I don't know. I don't know if I can't remember if I feel like there's somebody tried to tell me about that movie. I think. Said, man, I think you'd like it. Hey, what's up? I'm not a big TV and movie watcher, man. There's like certain things that I will make sure to watch. Like a lot of the Marvel shit, I'll try to make sure that I watch. A lot of Star Wars stuff, I'll make sure that I watch. In between there's a lot of anime that I like to throw in there when I can. But it's like there's so many other things that I could be watching. It's a top 100 movie of the past decade. You know what, Last Emperor? I couldn't even tell you 100 movies from the last decade. But I mean, I'm also kind of bad with that stuff. You know what I mean? Like we'd have to be in conversation talking about it for me to really get those juices flowing to decide what's a good movie from the last decade. But I'm definitely gonna just see what's up, man. Get some time. I'm definitely have to look into it. But like between gaming and like watching whatever anime I want to watch and life, man, it's kind of hard to balance all of it, you know. Well, not necessarily balance, but you pick what you want to play, right? Or pick what you want to be into. Give some time to dedicate some. Kind of like how people say gaming's a waste of time, but sit there and watch movies and TV shows for fucking hours on end. Gaming's a waste of time, but you'll binge a whole show. Doing literally nothing. Other than eating popcorn. It was a good decade all around. The past 2 years were bad. Besides Godzilla vs. Kong and Snyder Cut. Godzilla vs. Kong, I definitely agree with. That was a good movie. And Snyder Cut, I liked it better than the original version, where it was just with Josh Wimbledon or whatever his name is. It was all right. I'm not a huge DC fan other than Batman. Batman is like the crutch of my liking for DC. Doesn't really extend any further than that. It was a solid movie. Movie wise, I mean, there's been quite a few good movies, man. Again, it's one of those things like we'd have to bring them up in conversation, or I'd have to really think about it. Like movie-wise, what's been good? Just, I mean, other than going to the movies, there's like certain, I don't know, man. Like, movies just don't hit the same way that they used to. Like before, it was like a staple. Like, we gotta make sure we watch this movie. Now it's like, I don't know. Do I want to play the game or do I want to watch a movie?
I trust you have exercised as much caution.
A lot of times, like after everything that you go through on a day-to-day basis.
I'd like to know your thoughts.
Never know. Again, it just comes down to timing, right? Injustice 3 Blackest Night would be Flames. Hey, Injustice, the Injustice series has been really good, man. They've been doing really well with that. As far as like the DC content goes, I don't see why they don't make a Marvel game similar to that. I think the next in like you know how they did, what was it? Street Fighter? Not Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Marvel, you got Marvel vs. Capcom. You got Justice League. They did Mortal Kombat versus the Justice League. That's what they did. And I think they just should do a Marvel game. Marvel versus the Justice League. I think that would be dope as hell. Because then you could really have those conversations of like what's better. Blackest Night is the Black Lantern Ring storyline. Ring of Death. I heard about that, man. I heard they were mad OP too. They're like the strongest of like the lanterns or whatever the case. Just because of that fact. Can you imagine that? The Ring of Death? That sounds petty as hell. A Black Lantern. It sounds dope as fuck too, though. Definitely a good story concept. Armors. Take my lowest one. I'm gonna smash it, man. Uh, 120. Way downtown. DC versus Marvel. Yes, there you go. Justice League. I'll put all of Marvel against just the Justice League. But yeah, DC versus Marvel would be super dope. Yeah, definitely needs to happen. I agree with you. More than likely. I mean, that's kind of it's been one of those age-long arguments, man. Better DC versus Marvel. Why not actually put it into a game? I would be cool if the next Injustice was that. But I mean, I could definitely see them sticking with the the Blackest Night kind of thing. Keep it within their own world. Who's to say that they gotta, they can't go crazy with it? The world runs on donut. You know, the granola bars were good and all, but I don't know. It's almost lunchtime. Have you eaten breakfast yet? See, you gonna eat your goddamn breakfast? God damn it. Wish those burritos were better.
Wish those burritos were better.
Yeah, I'd rather have MK Marvel versus DC, but MK got 3 reboot games, so Justice needs 3 if they want to close out that story completely instead of a cliffhanger. Yeah, I mean, MK, but they don't have to do that just because they did it with MK. I mean, you could always end it as a cliffhanger. I mean, no biggie on that. I mean, it just depends on what they want to do with Injustice, man. The only thing that a lot of fighting games have going for them nowadays is that, like customizing the characters or whatever the case, and it has to be well worth it. I know Injustice 2 did it really well. But it's just like, I feel like if you really want to invigorate the scene, if something that like people need to buy and get like an influx in, I mean, you could always wait a couple more years, but just put out a Marvel versus DC game. You have so many options to go with there. And there could be so many like quips and quotes that would last like decades. This is my person. Is it raining? It's been raining, man. It's been raining every day. Every day. I bet. I'm new to this game. Came from DCUO. That's funny. Last Emperor. I'm reading somebody's comment on here. From BDO. The leveling is kind of confusing. Nothing confusing. I don't understand what's confusing about the leveling. See, people get in here don't know what to do. Did you like Marvel vs. Capcom? I loved Marvel vs. Capcom. That is still an iconic series for me. What should I eat?
Me.
Wakey. Man, what do I want for breakfast? What do you use for French toast? Regular bread? Or you don't have any bread? I don't know. I asked that yesterday. There's no bread in there. To my knowledge. I mean, you can double check for me. But I'm pretty sure there's no bread. I'm pretty sure. Not 100%. But yeah, Last Emperor, I love Marvel vs. Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom was amazing. My favorite is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I do like 3. 3 is solid too. And I do like the new iterations of it, but I wasn't able to get into it as much. My classic trio was Venom, Iron Man, and Wolverine. That is my classic trio. Unless I feel like being petty, I'll do a Iron Man War Machine duo with Venom. I always have Venom in there. Well, I'll do Venom, Spider-Man, and Iron Man. Who else did I use? There was a few options I'd throw in there. What I figured. Hey, sister, go, sister. Gotta get that flow, sister. No, I was not making fun of your head. I was just the song just made sense.
How does it
That just was came to mind. Let's see. In there, there's sausage in there, some waffles, and what the girls have for breakfast? Waffles in a cup of milk. No, there's nothing weird about it. Sausage. That sounds like terrible. That sounds like a lot of time. Oh, cool. I don't want French toast waffles. Ooh, witch's power. Okay.
I'm not a
Forgot
witch.
we're over here in Hex Sanctuary.
Do you have everything you need?
Oh no, no, no. Oh, it's gonna make me rip. Oh no, I think it's my first time doing it. Omelet. Get him. An omelet. Yeah. Round two. Round two. Pride. There was a dude who said there was tombstones somewhere. I knew it was a good spot to grind at. I don't know those tombstones. Trying to get consistent. Yeah, Kuma, Dr. Doom, and Captain America. I feel a little trio. Still getting to get a little stream in though. Pickups, no issue. Good to see. I get no XP from him. Attacking these guys, we attacking them. Hey, Transformational Gaming, what's going on, man? Said awesome, never seen this game before. For real? Black Desert Online, man. One of the most expansive combat systems out there as far as the MMO goes. An amazing game overall. It's not just about the combat in this game. It does a little bit of everything. Good to see you tuned in, locked in. Hit that like button for me if you can. And if you're liking the energy, like what I'm doing, man, like what you're seeing, what's up? Hit that like button, man. Let the people know. It's awesome to have you here, man. If I'm personally burning through the story because I've done all this already. I'm in a seasonal kind of campaign kind of thing, type of thing going on. So trying to get that knocked out, locked and loaded. Going through the enemies, baby. Goes the camera. Go. Got what I need. Gonna unlock the quest. I should probably just do the other 150 I need just to get that witch's earring, even though I can't use it in the season because you can only use seasonal gear. Back to which. Visit Jensen at Hex Sanctuary. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to clear out the rest of these enemies. Maybe complete this little task. Well. Only need 100 more. Out pushing the left trigger and right trigger. The fact that I can teleport while doing that is so badass. Enemies from guys up here, clearing them out. Ain't doing it too fast. Come on. I'll give you a sec. Not unleveled. I haven't spent none of my skill points. That's going to be such a terrible time. Excellent to have you gentlemen here today. Thank you for coming out. Checking me out and see what's going on. Again, testing some things. Going back into BDO, really getting some screen time in. Been a minute since I've streamed, so. Elton back me out of nowhere, out of my main quest screen. Hear J. Cole's album? Yeah, the new one? Yeah, the J. Cole's album fire. My favorite song of the entire album is Amari. The only thing I don't like about it is it's not as... I could be kind of a stickler for music, bro, right? Kind of bougie with it, where I like listening to certain things. Because I only like to have stuff on my phone, necessarily, that I can listen to on repeat. Like, I don't mind it being there. Like, I could play any day, right? And it's going to sound good. The album is solid, but it's not something that I would put on my phone and listen to every day. Me personally. I'm not saying that that's like a bad thing or whatever the case. But out of all the songs on there, Amari's my favorite track. Doesn't have the world's greatest replay value, but still a good album. Again, I mean, it just could be me being bougie, man. Oh. there's a lot of music that I just can't vibe with. Like I like all types of music except for country. Country music makes me want to hurt people. Yeah, Forest Hills Drive. I mean, if it was more Forest Hills Drive, it definitely would have been easier to necessarily listen to on repeat, because it had a lot more repeat tracks on there, as far as like tracks that you could just run back and just listen to the album over and over and over again. Not saying that you couldn't do that necessarily with this one, but definitely was some turn-offs in there. Again, I mean, even with in the whip with the system, it's like it sounds good, but it's not like it's the world's greatest. You know, I don't think it's his greatest project. Again, I mean, it's just him proving to everybody that he's one of the greatest rappers that is out there right now. You know what I mean? As far as like being able to put out tracks that can resonate with you and have bars. You know what I mean? So J. Cole's are great to me. J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake are like my top three. It was like, they're definitely top three for me. Even though between Kendrick and J. Cole, they've kind of put out music that's appealing, but it's not necessarily has a lot of replay value to me as someone like Drake does. But Drake is also like my favorite artist. I've been listening to Drake since 2006, so to give you some kind of a background, not just cause or whatever. Oh, and that means it's time to eat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for being in here and really checking me out while I test some things out. I may or may not be back later to get some more stream time in. Other than that, much love to y'all, and we'll be back later. Much love. Y'all stay easy. Be safe, and I'll holla at y'all. Peace.